I don't know what I did, but I think I fixed it. Howdy, y'all. This is Tish. I am the candy artist at Mama T's Candies, and we're trying to make peach candy, but technology is thwarting me, so we're going to get right down to it and get to the candy. We're making peach, lollies, and hard candies. Okay, I think. We'll see what happens. Ay, Dios mío. Okay, there we go. Why is this? Okay, maybe? Why is this not working? Hang on. This should be working. It says it's working. Okay. This is why it's not working. Let's do it this way. There we go. I'll just change it later. So, you should. What's that? Open that. There we go. Ha ha. I think I got it. Because we're down at the table and we're ready to rock and roll. I don't know why it's doing that. I really don't know. All right. Let's do this before it gets too cold. We might have to skip the lollies today. I don't know. We'll see. So we're going to put this in. This is the peach flavor oil. But at least it's not being all jiggy. So we got that. And then we need 3 drops of red and 15 of orange. One, two, three. Well, three and an eighth. Because there's always that last little bit that likes to hang out. Okay. And we're going to stir this up. This pot is still really, really hot. So I'm not worried about crystallization. In fact, you can hear it sizzling. I'm trying to get it all stirred up. All right. So I'm going to leave that in there. And then we take the ladles and we use one ladle at a time. And I want to grab my other mat here so I have something to put the ladles on. Not the dreidels, the ladles. Okay. And I'm going to move this a little closer. Ooh, table's hot. There we go. Because I want to get as close as I can to and we're going to wipe it on the wipe it on the edge. Okay, I'm going to put that there. And I'm going to see if I can. Okay, and we're going to clear the stick off so I can make sure that that's in there real good. These will look really good. All right, cool. Let's grab another ladle. Shoot. Okay, I'll tip that one sideways too. Excuse me. And then before we go any further, turn this around. And we're going to grab another ladle and we go deep. That's why we have all the ribbons. I wonder if I just try and wipe some of this off. Since this spatula is still hot, hopefully it'll not crystallize the batch. Because I'm trying to get it so it doesn't drip off the back. But I think that's just going to be how it is. And we're going to go up this way, get this one. Now I did find a torch that I'm going to try using on these, but I need to get some butane for it. So let's move this guy out a little bit. Here we go. Make sure he's down in there. These are turning out really good. I'm really excited for this. All right, one more ladle and we should be done. Okay. Oh, I hit the handle. Dude. Still trying to figure out how to do these so they're not such a mess, but I end up using the scrap pieces and making other things with it, like I put it on ice cream or something like that. So I thought about making a collection. We call them chef snacks around here. So anytime I have like leftovers or oddly shaped things, they become chef snacks. So we can dine on candy at any given time, which for most people might be a problem, but I find myself more finding a hankering for ice cream than I do for lollies and candy. Unless it's that salted brittle, the salted caramel peanut brittle. That's what it's called. Goodness sakes, I can't even speak. Okay, there's that. And then I need a little ladle so I can get these last two. Hopefully. Last time I did the little ladle, I didn't do enough. And I was like, what are you thinking? Okay. There we go. The cool thing about this is if I didn't fill one out, I think I filled them all to their limit. So I am going to put this on here. And I think we're good. Okay. Put all the sugar strands back in there. Because this is how they used to make cotton candies. They'd spin sugar as fine as thread. And if you ever watch the movie A Knight's Tale and she said it's spun sugar and boot black, that's what she's talking about. Okay, I'm making space over here, and then we'll get to the fun part. I'm gonna move these over. And then after these have cooled, we'll unpackage them and you can see what they look like. I'm hoping that my new setup is gonna work for the pot and for the new cutter. So I'll peel this off and that off. This is why we set it down upside down, is because then we can get these little pieces of candy. See, this is all silicone, so this will just rub right off. Come on. You know you want to. There we go. Good enough. And then we got this guy. Well, some people ask how I can work with such big gloves, and to be honest with you, it's kind of challenging. But I have small hands. I've kind of grown accustomed to having gloves that are like 2 sizes, 3 sizes, 5 sizes too big for my hands. So unless I'm pulling or otherwise doing like more fine work, like blown sugar and stuff like that, then yeah, I use these gloves because they're comfy. They keep my hands from getting burned, even if I don't notice it. All right, so we're going to move this guy over here, and then we're going to move the ladles into the sink. And then I'm going to pick up all this candy. There we go. And then I'm going to move this guy. I'm going to open this up. And I did put oil down on the table and on the silicone, which you're not supposed to put oil on silicone. But for candy making, I make the exception. Okay, here we go. Let's do this. Actually, you know what? Hang on. I got a camera angle for this. Maybe. I need to set up my stream deck. There we go. See? Now that's where I'm aiming, right there. Oh, that's heavy. Okay. Oof. Okay, I don't scrape the sides just because crystallization might happen, but I will scrape the bottom because this is a stainless steel core pot. It's like induction ready, so that bottom stays hot for a long time. So hopefully we don't have any issues. There we go. Oh, we gotta lift it up again. I use that back thing. No. Okay, let's move you out just a hair. There we go. So at Bastrop, Texas is where we'll be tomorrow. And this peach candy will be available along with the other flavors in the orchard mix. So if you're local to Bastrop, Texas, that is where we'll be spending our 4th of July or Independence Day, however you want to say it. Oh my goodness. Okay, we're going to put that down there. Well, fine. Be that way. And then I'll take these gloves off. And look what I did. Look what I did. Look what I can do. All right, give me 1 second. I need to grab a drink. This got to cool off a little bit anyway. Okay, thank you for your patience. I usually mute the mic, that way you don't have to listen to me drink, because I don't get grossed out by it, but there are people who are, and I try and be respectful. So let's see if this minor mistake will come off. There we go. Okay. Now, because my table is not level, and you heard that pop, that was the metal expanding. So, yeah, try doing that Try playing with candy when your table is not level and it's not the gauge that they told you it was. And yeah, but I won't say who they were because they know who they are. And, you know, just because I'm a lady living in Texas doesn't mean I don't know my stuff. I honestly thought it was, um, I thought it was just like unlevel at the moment, and that's why the table was kind of wibbly wobbly. Um, but guy swore up and down it was 16 gauge metal, and I paid 16 gauge metal price for a used table, and you know, it is what it is. Okay, you need to stay where I put you. Thank you. Let's see do I have anything heavy that I can put back there? Let's see if this, no, those won't help. Those are really light. It's all right. We'll make it work. I'm going to put on a pair of black gloves. So if I get it on my hands, it won't hurt. But oil on silicone on oil on silicone is not working for me today. All right, so we got black gloves so we can at least woman handle this correctly. See, that's really hot. But we're gonna let this cool on this side. Boop. It feels like, okay, I'm dating myself here, but it feels like a waterbed, like the old, like bladder rubber beds, water beds, you know. It's very hot. In fact, let's see how hot it is. Where's my laser? Pew, pew, pew. Where'd he go? He was up here. There he is. I moved him because he was in my way. All right, I'm going to turn that off because we don't need that on. So let's see, just on this side, this is still 201. So candy making is not for the faint of heart. We're going to go this way so this can cool off. I have a resolution for this, I hope. I tried using some different products to get it to stay down. It won't. I tried taking off the bottom shelf to maybe level out the surface a little better. That didn't help. So I have a plan. Let's see, we're at probably plan G right now. Oh, good thing I looked. That would have been a mess. So, because we have tile countertops here. And I'm like, well, if it's safe for food in the kitchen, and like I have tile on my countertops at home, then it should be safe to put candy on because it's heat safe. Right? Right. So I got the biggest tile I could find, which is 2 feet by 4 feet. And it is non-glazed. Well, it's non-sealed. It's glazed. So it's a glaze that is approved for countertops and all that. And then I got some, cement board to put on the back side so it's not, and then I put a piece of wood trim around the cement board. I'm going to seal it all up, glue it all together, and we're going to see how it works. I don't know. I honestly just don't have it in the budget to buy another fake table. And right now I'm just not trusting people. that say, oh yeah, it's 16 gauge. No, it's not. It's 18 at best. This is probably 18 gauge. Because 16 gauge would disperse the heat a little bit better than this does. But it's okay. We work with what we got, yo. I just remember hot sugar going everywhere. I'm grateful I didn't hurt myself. I do have it on video. I just haven't had the heart to edit it yet because I'm still very upset. I guess because I'm an honest person, I expect other people to be. There we go. See, it's starting to cool down. But it's still flowing freely, so. All right. Let's move it as far over here this way as we can. There we go. See, it's slowing down. See how it's still moving, but it's really slow? So I'm gonna let y'all watch this for a minute because we're buckled down here. I have this side clamped. That's the only side I need to worry about. And so we're gonna move this way. I'm gonna let you watch that for a moment while I get another drink. I'll take these gloves off too because we're going to switch to the yellow gloves so I can actually pick this up and start woman handling it. There we go. I'll be back in a moment. Okay, let's put the gloves on and see what we can do to this. I will need to take these yellow ones off again and put my blue ones on because they're a little bit smaller. But now we should be able to do this without it moving too much. There we go. So we are going to cut a little bit off for a stripe. And if I remember correctly, peach has 2 vowels, so it's 2 stripes. Not that that's a rule, but that's usually how I pick it at first when I first pour it. It's like, oh, it's got 2 vowels, it's 2 stripes. It is time to take the cat to the vet. So if you hear a ruckus in the background, or Michael screaming because the cat's in the bedroom, and she doesn't know she's going to the vet, but as soon as she sees that carrier, she's gonna know. So our orchard mix is this peach, green apple, and cherry. I want to add a red apple just because I like red apple. I have that flavor oil, and that will be, I have one flavor oil that's red apple. So cool. Here, I'm going to switch it to the side view so you guys can see that. So you can see that better because I'm a nerd. Let's see. It's on there. So this looks really cool. And the thing about the silicone gloves, none of it sticks. He's in there giggling, so she must be like having issues. Did you get her in there? Yeah. Oh, she's not happy. No. Bye, Smug. See you later.
I'll get her back home nice and safe.
I know you will.
She's gonna love it.
Oh, she's gonna be so angry. You got the truck started and everything already?
Not yet.
Okay. See you soon. She's been having a lot of problems with fur balls. She's a long-haired cat, and I try to brush her every day. But I think she needs something a little bit more than just brushing. I think she needs some supplements to help her break down the fur. She's getting older. She's like 6. I think, was it 2021 or 2022? I think it was 2021, so she's almost 6. See, now we're getting somewhere. This is really fun. I love doing this. Boom. All right, we're gonna let this sit for another minute. I'm gonna switch over to the top view again. I'm gonna bring the side view camera over to the hook because for some reason I could not get my third camera to work. So here we are. This is what we do. We just roll with what we got. All right. Whew, that's warm. All right, let's turn you over to this one. It's kind of funny how it does that way. All right, give me a moment. Okay, let's grab the gloves, switch cameras. Here we go. I'm going to grab this. Oh, first, before you put on the blue gloves, hang on. We're going to put the yellow gloves back on. And I'm going to cut a segment off here. That should be good for 2 stripes. I didn't need the scissors. Cool. There we go. So, get a nice peachy color. Yeah, that should be good. Maybe a little bit more. There. Okay. Put this underneath the heat lamp so it stays warm. Okay, time to switch gloves. Oh. And switch cameras. There we go. Give it a few pulls here on the table real quick. There we go. It's still kind of, oh, you know what we forgot to do? Hold the show. Forgot to oil my hook. So what I do is I have this brush. I put a little oil on it. And then we just brush the oil on the brush. Brush the oil on the hook, not on the brush. What am I thinking? And we make sure we get this spot specifically. And then I put a little on the back. This doesn't stick to that. There we go. Whew. All right. Now we should be good to go. Someday, when I can have Michael around for a day, I will do an attempt at some image candy, but I need someone that can roll it while I stretch it. Okay, now we're good. I just need to get it so it wasn't so droopy. That's sticking to my hands. Kind of does what it wants to do. There we go. Now we can do sticking. Sorry, I should have warned you. All right, we're going to continue going here in a minute. There we go. almost there. All right, let's see if we. Okay, it doesn't want to come off, so it's still really hot. I can still feel it through my gloves. That's what we do. One more time. Nope, still too hot. All right, it's all right. I'm gonna get it in better alignment here. Excuse me. Okay, so then we're gonna take this and we're gonna make a hole. I don't know why sometimes it sticks and sometimes it doesn't. I was told it was hot because it was hot. I don't know. There we go. I'm gonna put that there. Take off these gloves. Oh, hands are hot. Okay. And then we're gonna go get the other camera. So we're gonna bring you back to the table. Here we go. Oops. Whew. Well, crap. I forgot. I switched out cams. Okay, give me one moment. Need to rapid fire. Here we go. See, this is why I keep all my live streaming stuff on a cart in the kitchen. So that way I am prepared for any contingency. Except for technology not working. That's the only thing I can't prepare for. All right, so we're going to do this. See where that's at for the cam. Oops. We need to go this way. There we go. And I should do it for that. Because if I don't have them plugged in, the batteries go dead really quickly. Whoa. So, because I don't have, what is it, lightning cable? There we go. Because I don't have a lightning cable plugged in over here. I have to make this work. Switch pod to the rescue. All right, let's bring you to the forming table. I need to get a pair of gloves. There we go. And this is my new cutter. See how it works. It's only anchored down with one clamp, so we'll see. What is that? I don't know what that is. Looks like a piece of candy, but it is a piece of candy, I think. But there we go. Put that on that side right there. Okay. I think I put a little bit extra orange in this one. All right, so we're going to put this over on this table because this is heat lamps and a heat pad. So it keeps things really nice and warm. But you can see the color difference between the pulled and the unpulled. And this is sticking to my hand. So gorgeous. All right, fine. I'll put my hand back in there in a moment. Yeah. Why? Why today? Oh, as if everything else is uncomplicated enough. Gotta bring the cat to the vet. Got a market tomorrow that I'm only about 3/4 of the way prepared for. So it's gonna be a late night tonight. All right, let's see what we can do with this. Oh yeah. Thankfully it's not too hot. Well, good thing I added extra. Ay, Dios mío. Okay, that's good enough. We're going to change both gloves. Because apparently I snipped this one. So these will get washed. And those ones will get thrown. So we'll put them together. So remember to wash them. And then let's grab, I have a pair up here that are all nice and clean and they've been up there drying. And we're going to go over to the table over here that has the oil and we'll put a little oil on these. There we go. Get you back out of the way. Okay. It's going to be one of those days today. It's okay. We got this. So the reason why I say I'm 3/4 of the way done is because I still need to package the peach candy that we're making today, the peach lollies, and then the other mix. So we're going to take this and cut it in about half. Then we got to go back over here. Roll this baby up. See, these are really sticky for some reason. Probably because I just washed them. There we go. It smells delicious though. Peach is one of my favorites. Not my favorite, like of all time, but one of my favorites. But someday we can do a peach inside the candy. Wouldn't that be cute? But I have a long way to go before I'm ready for that. Okay, let's put our stripe on. And put a stripe on here. All right, so now we're going to take our first pull here. So I like when you can see from overhead because you get to see more. But I don't have the right holder for that. All right, so I'm going to take this, cut it off. First two pieces are sacrificial. And then put it here. Let's see how this chomper does. So before we get started, I'm going to put a little bit of oil. This has been washed, sanitized, and then waxed like 14 times. I just kept laying wax after wax after wax. So we shouldn't have any problems with any of that. But stranger things have happened. So I'm going to roll this out. I'm going to put this down. I need to put a different hinge on here. Come in. So I need things about that long. See what happens after they cool. Put a lot of oil in there. Okay. Trying to move quickly. It's not always going the way I want it to. So we're just gonna kind of do this like this. I'll flip this way so that end stays hot. I probably could do quite a few more, but I think until I get some semblance of how this is going to work, and I think for the next batch, we will definitely have a board, what do you want to call it? Whatever you want to call it. No, it breaks, just not when they're still warm. A cutting board, basically a thin cutting board that will there we go, that will allow me some, let's just do see, this flat guy just isn't working for me. I know that's how Hercules pulls ribbon candy, but I'm not pulling ribbon candy. I'm pulling pillows. So all right, let's see how that works. There. Stay. So the reason why this is so short is because I didn't want to buy all the equipment, all the pieces that I'd need to make it longer. Okay, so that one didn't get, and then we have this guy. Yeah, definitely need to get a cutting mat for this. Okay. I'm just not having good luck with today with this at all. Okay, so I can't go all the way back to the back because it doesn't cut all the way. So we'll just cut those ones off, and then we'll cut this one. But it's making them more pillow shaped, which I'm happy for. Okay, come on now. Really? You gotta be like that? So this is why I need a batch roller, but a batch roller is easily $5,000. I am thinking about building one, but I'm busy making prototypes to cut the candy. It's like, what else do you want me to do? Okay, so let's cut here and here. Because I can make really nice ropes if I'm allowed to do so. think that was a candy fur. Okay. I'm just gonna put these underneath here. So 2 fingers back. So I can make this longer. It's not, I just bought some clear boards, sanded it, cut them to length, sanded them down, and then I definitely need to get something to, but this is working great. So next time you see this, there will be a little mat here, and we'll see if that actually helps it stay the way I want it. Like, not necessarily the way I want it, but helps it stay even. Actually, you know what we can do is just cut this here. Yeah, see. Okay. Yeah, I need a different, what do I want to call it? Different hinge, so it sits back a little further, I think. Or, I'll figure it out. Here we go. I think I'm going to turn, my mass here. And I'm going to go grab one of the, I call them the cheap cutting boards because I use them for when I'm cutting up vegetables, because I just, I kind of abuse them. So I'm going to grab one of those. Hang on, let me see if I can get these gloves off without. Sometimes I can't get the gloves off. Sometimes they're just so oiled up. Okay. I'm also going to grab a drink while I'm at it, because that should be fine for a minute. Okay. Washed hands. The other thing I was thinking is I'm going to get this table ready with a different, because it's all full of oil. So I'm going to put a different mat down for the overhead for the table. And I've got a silicone mat that doesn't have, well, it has a little oil on it because I just got some on it, and I'm taking a clean paper towel here and getting that off. So let's see how this works. And she's flat again. It's okay. We work with our candy mass. We talk gingerly to it and sweet to it. You're so sweet anyways. Why do you need more sweet talking? Because you're candy and you're temperamental. I know. You're like Smug. Okay. We'll get the rest of you done. But we're gonna bite off bits here. I'm gonna bite off a little bit bigger bits. I want to see something. So we'll put these under the heat lamp so they stay warm. And then we're gonna push you down a little bit. Yeah, I know. I know. It's okay. It's okay. It's all right. I got you. You're in good hands. I won't let you get dropped on the floor. Yeah, I know. All right, we're gonna move this like that so they're both under the heat lamp. Then we're gonna take this. Oh, it's stuck to the stuck to the cutters. That's a good problem to have, I guess. Okay. Okay, so that's not working the way I thought it would, and that's okay. Because when we get the longer one, because this is working really great. This is working better than I think the cog ever did. Because the cog would spit out candy and go flying. I'd find candy in the entryway, and the entryway is like 15 feet away from me. So, yeah. All right, let's move these in here. And then, and these are making really nice size candies too. They're a little on the bigger side, but that's okay. No size, no shame. Yeah, these are working much better. These are a little cold too. You can actually hear the crunch. Okay, so we're going to take these on the knife and drop them back there. Because I want to, these are still really hot. See, this is what happens if they're hot and I put them in there. They stick together. And I don't want them sticking together. See, they stick together. And then, it's not that hard to get them apart, but still, it's just the fact that I don't want to deal with that. I'm trying to do this fast, yo. Not that I'm trying to do it fast because I want to have lower quality candy, but I want to be able to make more candy in a day versus 2 batches of hard candy a day. I'm at 2 or 3 right now, if I'm honest. I can do 2 or 3. So what we're going to do, because this guy is so big. Let's move him out of the picture. Move this over here. This right here for a second. And then so when we have the long one, okay. Just take it with my hands. There we go. Oh, that looks so pretty. I'm so excited for this. Okay. And the other one will have a handle on it too. So all right. Oh no, you're sticking. Don't be sticking. There we go. Oop. So what we're going to do here is, see, it's so slippery. It just wants to slide right off. You know, I might put a little thing on the end, a little piece of wood, so they don't slide off when I cut them. I have some scrap pieces that might work. All right, so we're gonna. Oh, and you're sticking to you now. Okay, let's get this fixed really super fast. Okay, there we go. Now we're gonna do this super fast. Sorry if I hit the table. So those guys can go over here. Oh. I need to put these off in order, but I didn't. Okay. And I think I need to cut this off a little bit too. Okay. So let's do this and see where we're at. So right here. Do that. Okay. think if whoopa. All right, you know what we're gonna do? I'm just gonna leave these here. And do these two before they get too cold. And then see, I can do this part super fast. That's what takes me so long. I think if I make them longer, okay, so that's nice and warm right there. I think if I make them longer, I can just kind of, if I kind of keep track of where I'm putting it, like this goes here. This goes here. This goes here. Put that there. And these come off. And then stretch this one out again. And again, this goes here. Yeah, see if it comes off. Oh, that looks slicker than snot. Sweet. I like it when a good thing comes together. Okay, this is driving me bananas. Let's make this right here. Oh crap, I didn't mean to use the scissors. Do I have my other scissors? Yes. Okay. I have to put them together. I didn't want any microplastics or anybody yelling at me about microplastics. You cut that with your scissors, your candy scissors. Oh my gosh. You know what? If you're worried about microplastics, you're about 3 decades too late. That's just my humble opinion. I'm not a scientist, although I played one on TV. Kidding. See, I wish I could do the whole... Oh, they do break apart. Oh, this is going to be awesome. Okay. I don't really play one on TV. No, when I was in high school, my teacher, bless his heart, in the southern way, not in the northern way, told me that girls can't be scientists. And yeah, so I didn't want to argue with them. Although I did argue with him, and I told him he's a male chauvinist pig, and he tried to give me detention, and it didn't stick. Sad thing is, the man was the mayor of my hometown. Or the mayor. I think he was the mayor. He's some political figurehead. All right, let's move this back here. So I guess I'm dating myself by saying that, but you know what's sad? Is times really haven't changed in many areas. There are still girls getting told girls can't be scientists. Boys can't be dancers. You know, just, it's like, why are we telling people what they can and cannot do? As long as you're a good human, what does it matter? All right, let's try this. Stay. Stay. I have a meeting today. Did I have a meeting today? I already had my meeting today. Maybe I'm so lost. All right. So, dang it. I was hoping no casualties. But, you know, it is what it is. So, leaving them to sit a little bit. If you do it when they're too hot. Oh, that's so cool. Okay. I can't remember the girl's name, but she's the young lady from Logan's Candy. And she just goes, and I'm just like, ah. There's something so satisfying about that. Okay. We're going to get this squished out a bit. Okay. There's that. Stay. Okay. These are sticking together. It's all right. Cut that. Bring these over here so they can cool off. And then put this in there. And then flip this over. So we can do probably, let's try 3. Let's go for 4. I think we did 2 before. Let's double it. Let's go for 4. And then we're going to bring that we're going to bring this pile over, or put it in the thing here. So stay. I feel like I'm talking to a dog. Okay, those are a little long, but that's okay. We'll cut those off real quick. So we want the fold right there. Come on, work with me. I don't want you two touching. There we go. Okay. Whoop. So we're going to take our handy dandy scissors and I'm going to cut this piece off right here. There we go. And lay that on top. And then these guys need to get the same treatment. And put them in here. Yeah, I think a board right here would be perfect to just kind of hold the, just kind of act as a stopper. There we go. I'm going to take these ones over here so they can cool. And that's still doing good, so we're going to leave that alone. We're going to take all of these that are here on this mat. See, they stick together if we're not careful. And they fly apart. So I'm not even going to try and unstick them right now. Hopefully they'll just shake apart. So, there we go. Now we have room for more. I need to put that oil away. There we go. One landed on top. I don't think you're supposed to land on top, sir. Oh, they break apart. Oh, I'm so happy. Okay. So I'm going to do the wood thing. And then I'm going to need to go, I'm going to order, this is, like I said, this is just clear wood. It's not, I think it's fir, or balsam or something. I don't know. It's just whatever I could find inexpensive, because wood can be used in a kitchen. You just can't, you gotta seal it somehow, and wax usually works the best. At least in my humble opinion, because you don't, especially if you're using like paraffin wax, which is food safe. Beeswax if you're not vegan. And then you buff it, you let it sit and let it get absorbed. And then you go and buff it out, and then you do another coat, and you do that 3 or 4 times, and you're sealing up the wood. And then anytime you actually wash it, you want to wax it. All right, kind of like your car. Let's see if we can get one more in that crazy thing. All right, so I'm going to flip this over. I'm going to squish it down a little. There we go. Okay, there we go. Let's do it this way. I always feel like this light is hotter. I don't know why. All right, so we're just going to do one at a time though. See if that works better for now. And I can just walk them to this back table. Let's try 2. So don't stick on me. You can hear my tabletop creaking. Okay, there's that. There's that. I hold those. And then bring that there. Oh, this is so cool. I'll bring these over to the other table. All right, let's try. Hold and move. No, you gotta be. Yeah, see, I need to. Okay, put that one in there. Ding, fries are done. There we go. See, these are all sticking together. Okay, let's put this on the other table. Move these around a little bit. Oh, it smells so good in here. I love peaches. Okay. Let's see where we can go now. Okay. Let's see if we can do one more. Okay, up and over. So, lift this up. We're going to put this right here. Mother of pearl. All right, I'm going to put this down underneath here because for some reason that one's not working. Oh, that slipped out from the thingy. Oh, yeah. Okay. All right, hang on a second. Why? Probably because I have it on these heating pads, because otherwise it's not level, because my table isn't quite level. But I made it, so it's okay by me. There we go. Now let's just get this done. That'll work though. That idea I have for the board. That'll work just fine. Okay, now all right. Let's move these over to the other table. And they're breaking as soon as I set them down. It's so cool. Okay, I'm happy. I mean, there's a few modifications, but once I get this all figured out, then I can bring it to my fabricator and be like, hey, can you make these pieces out of metal? And he'll be like, shoo, it'll cost you $400. Not that he talks like that. But it probably won't cost that much either, because it's probably just going to be tube steel, which is not cheap, but it's not overly expensive either. I think what we're going to do, just to make this go faster, because I still need to do lollies. Is we're going to just cut these in half so they fit without having to make any other adjustments. So if we go like this, and I think if I put, yeah. So someone who has regular, like, black gloves on, just the regular nitrile gloves, will be able to do this without having to, like, fumble, because these gloves are way too big, but they're the best I could do with what I got, so that's what I use. See what we get with these. That got a little bent. Here we go. So this one's going to get cut just like that. Okay. So if I do this so it's a little bit longer, then I can do all of these. I'd be able to do all these at one time. So, because we're starting to get cold now, and I think this going to make it stay open? No, the scissors worked better. Okay, so that down, that down. Yeah, see, if I made them bigger, these would work perfect. But the key right now is to get them while they're still a little warm. And stay towards this top so the leverage is there. Okay, and I slid out again. And I just stepped on a piece of candy. No, man down. Now I feel like I'm wearing high heels. Okay, so let's put this in the bin. And we're going to need to get another C-clamp and some feet. So this is all even. This sits all even on the table. See, I didn't want to go through all the actual design work. Bok. Thank you, Easter Bunny. Just because what if it didn't work? And then I was stuck with something that didn't work. But these are bench scrapers for what are they called? For like a flat top grill. So they're NFS certified for use in a kitchen. So now we're good. This is getting really cold really fast. If my chopping skills were better, I would just do the ropes and call it good and then chop them. But my chopping skills are not that good. So what I'm going to do is grab this mat. There we go. It kind of locks the heat in. So we're going to put this here and there. And maybe we'll find a way to wedge that down better. Okay. This over here. Do one here. Yeah, see if I have that piece of wood right there, it'll keep this from sliding off. I think I'll do that on Sunday. these in here. Oops. There. Okay, let's cut this off, this off, this off. Put these back underneath here. Move these over there. And for now, we gotta keep them small because that's too much for me to handle. All right. So we're gonna take this and cut it right there. And we're gonna take this one, put it there, and right there. There we go. Put these over on the other mat. Okay. I'll put this right there. There we go. Now we're soft again. Okay, move this around. Put this back on it. So I'm going to put that there. And I'm going to put on a pair of black gloves as soon as I get done with this set. Because I think we're getting to the point now where I can get away with pulling with just rubber gloves on because it's not that hot anymore, at least to my hands. All right, so can't wait to start making candy canes. Maybe I should do Christmas in July and do candy canes. So if you think I should do Christmas in July and do candy canes, leave a candy cane in the comments. And I will do some candy canes because I actually like candy canes. I think they're beautiful and I think they can be eaten any time of the year. I know they're supposed to be for the winter holiday season, but bah humbug. that's my take on it. Bah freaking humbug. Okay. I'm gonna get some gloves that are actually my size. Let me get a drink of water real quick. Okay, now I'm better. It's hot over here. I mean, let's see, what is my, it says it's 76 degrees in here, which it's on the other side of, it's not here, it's back behind me. So, okay, let's put that there. Yeah, I can do this with just, I have to work fast. It's still really hot. I wouldn't suggest anybody doing this unless you have baker's hands like I do. Let's put this in here. Keep it open. No. Work with me just a wee bit, will ya? There we go. 1, 2. Okay, so let's just put that underneath there. That one got a little thin, so let's cut it off. Okay. Let's put that underneath there. Okay, cut this one. right. We're gonna bend this into a U, cover it up again. That's kind of cool. Kind of shattered the wrong way, but that's okay. We take all candy here of all shapes and sizes. Whew, I'm getting winded because this is getting a little warm. Fun. This guy needs to be cut. He's too big. He's too big. There we go. Let's bring these over to the other side. That's gonna be so awesome. Oh, I'm making a bigger one. I've just made that decision. Now I have to decide if I want to make it out of hardwood or because the hardwood I can do myself. If I get, what is it? Some kind of oak. I can't remember if it's not white oak. I think it's red oak. If I get red oak, I could do it myself because I've got the track saw. I got all the things I'd need. But metal would hold up longer, maybe. Okay, let's put this back underneath there. There we go. It's a little thick. He's a little thick. No judgment. I can't do 4 at a time, but I can do 3. can just go like this. That one got a little thick. So we're gonna, oops, cut that off. You go back there. And here we go. 1, 2, 3. Okay, we're almost done. Almost done. Just have whatever you think this looks like. This is what we have left. It's a quotation mark or an asterisk. That's what, there we go. It's an asterisk. We just have the asterisk left. Yeah, we're cooling off now because I'm having no problems with these gloves. Okay, come on. You know you want to. Okay. There we go. Get back where you belong. I'm whispering sweet nothings to it. Stay where I put you. Stay. Yeah, see, I think I need to move this hinge back. And I can do that. And get a different kind of hinge. Maybe. I don't know. We'll see what happens. And put that back. Yeah, you need to lay down right there. It's got kind of curvy. Okay, quit fiddling, Tish. Jeez, let's get it done. One thing I'm learning is the colder ones cut better. There we go. And we are done. Yay. Let me clean up this oily guy. Get that out of the way. Put this out of the way. So I'm not going to be making any more hard candy today because this took me longer than I thought it would. That's okay. What I want to do is get these gloves off, go wash my hands, and I want to flip you down so you can see where we're at. There we go. Okay, now I need to find a bucket to put the candy in. Hey. So, here's our bucket. Put the lid over here. I'm gonna move this up. I'll move this guy back over in the kitchen proper. And I'll move them over there. And these scissors need to go over here so they can get washed. And I am going to move these pot holders. This bucket isn't hot, but this tabletop is all oily, so I don't want to get a bunch of oil on the bottom of my bucket. Can you see that? Yes, you can. All right. I got the hiccups and I keep holding my breath, but I keep going. I'm gonna hiccup. You're gonna hiccup. You're gonna hiccup. Because I'm so excited. This is amazing. Because if I drop them in the bucket, they should just break up. Should. Let's see what happens. Okay. there's a smudge on my iPad, and I thought it was something in the bucket, so I had to make sure the bucket was clean because I cleaned this. I know I did. So, and they're breaking up. And those ones didn't want to break up. So, I think with a little bit of work, a little bit more, this is prototype phase 1. So I think prototype phase 2. Prototype phase 2 will be, I think, the final prototype. And then we'll talk about where we go from there. So these will need to be all shifted or sifted before packaging, but I wanted to get them off the table so I can bring over the other ones and show you my little sifter basket. Yeah, these are just breaking just super nice. Oh my gosh. Don't get me wrong, I haven't given up on my cog. I'm just trying to find someone who can CNC it for me. So if you know of a company that does CNC of food grade material, they're like, oh, we won't do it because it needs to be food grade material. And I'm like, stainless steel is usually we'll just, leave it at that. It's usually good. So here's all the ones that we've put in the basket. And you can see they're kind of sticky. But there we go. There we go. Let's see. They're kind of sticking together, but we can work with that. See? Because what happens when you stick warm candy with warm candy is they stick together. And so you just got to be able to make sure if you can fit it in your mouth, right? So I think this one, yeah, this is one of the ones that didn't quite make the cut. But aw, Smug's back from the vet. We gotta go see what's up with her. So I think we'll end this today. But I want to get all of it put away. Oh no. See, they're warm, they stick together. They're still warm. So I'm just gonna put them right there. Leave the other ones out. But yeah, so easy. So easy. I'm so happy. All right, let's get you a close up with the other camera. If I can figure out. There we go. There's the button. All right, I gotta take this off. There we go. And there we go. Let's get the switch pod handles going. So there is the peach candy made with the new cutter, and they're all pretty even. I mean, some are a little thicker because my cane was a little thicker, but they all got 2 stripes, one on the front, one on the back. Very, very cool. Let's see if I can hold this and click that. There we go. All right. We are done for today. Remember, oop, oop, oop. Come on. It's not going. Oop. There we go. Let's see how flush my cheeks are. There we go. So, find candies at mamat'scandies.com, and you can find me on Instagram, on our YouTube channel, and Twitch, Kick, and nothing else. So thanks for joining us. Remember, be kind to one another. Peace.